what we're going to be using for the dragonfly is this. Now, you can use any colors you want. If you Google dragonfly image, there is a gazillion colors, okay? I was partial to the blue, green, purple dragonfly. It really was pretty. And I'm really limited on my mesh. I haven't been down to my warehouse since this whole COVID thing. So I had this mesh in my closet. It is called Peacock Blue. It's like a two-tone, and it's bluish, greenish, depending which way you look at it in the light. You guys could probably see that. So we're going to be using this. I wanted to use a nice bright emerald green. So the only emerald green I had in my closet was this green fabric mesh. But it just happens to have metallic in it, so yay! So the green I'm going to be using for the body. The blue is going to be for, the green and blue are going to be for the wings. And then I got to have some purple in there, right? Got to have some purple. So this is, make a fairy to write, oh, I never thought of that. This is just a really cheapy purple. This is the only purple I had in my closet, which will do fine. It's a value Deco mesh. See how thin the metallic is in it? And you can tell just by the way it kind of looks. It's kind of scruffy looking. That's what you get with this certain kind of mesh, which is okay because it's going to be used to trim the dragonfly. I know that sounds funny, but you'll see what I mean. I did start half of it. Okay, we are going to be using the cross. So this is the Unique in the Creek cross. So when the cross first got made, as soon as it came off the machine, I automatically thought of dragonfly. Not even cross. I thought of a dragonfly as soon as it came off. So I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. Just trying to get up the nerve because I have the picture of it in my head. But of course I pick a time where we're like limited on supply. Well, I'm limited on supplies. Hi everybody. Hi Amy. Hi Rose. Hi everybody. So we're using Mevo tonight. Hopefully we won't have any problems. Hi Annette. Anyways, so what you're going to need, I'm using these 3 mesh. So it's actually 3 different mesh I'm using. This is just a 2-tone metallic. This is a fabric mesh. And this is a value mesh. I have written down everything I cut. You also need, now you can use 2 smaller balls. I did not have 2 smaller balls. So what I did is I had a half of a 5-inch styrofoam ball, and I covered it with 2 pieces of the fabric mesh I'm going to be using. So I didn't paint it or anything. You can see a little bit of white coming through it, but that's okay. So this is going to be its head, and then the rest of the body I'm going to be making with Deco mesh. So if you look at a dragonfly, usually it's got 2 big eyes, right? It doesn't even really have a head. It's got 2 big eyes. And then it's got a bunch of bumps. And then it's got this really long tail. I've studied the pictures of the dragonflies quite a bit. I'm just using 1. If I had 2 smaller balls, which these would be too small, I would have put those 2 together on the board and covered it up, but I didn't, so that's okay. We're going to use 1. So that's a half a styrofoam ball. This is a 5-inch ball. It's 5 inches in half. Covered it with 2 pieces of the Deco mesh I'll be using for the body. Once I covered it, it's a mess. There's glue and everything, but nobody's going to see the back. I then floral pinned 2 pipe cleaners to the back of it and hot glued it. Hi everybody. To the back of the styrofoam ball. So that's going to be his head. Like I said, this is going to be the body. And all the pieces I'm using tonight are 10 by 10. okay? And we're going to be using the Gigi petal backwards. So Michelle Jalnette came up with this really cool petal fold, and when she was showing it to me privately, when she was doing it, I thought she was going to do it another way than what she did. So there's actually two ways, and the second way is what I'm going to show you guys. All right, so let's get started. So what you're going to need is on the rose, we're going to do the wings first. So you're going to preload your board. Sorry guys, I keep looking at my thing because I'm really scared it's going to start glitching. You're going to preload closed all 3 holes. So 3, 3, 3, 3, and then the one here in the center. We're going to do the one here. So on this side, well, you can see I already started the wings. Adorbs, because this has green in it, and then the green right beside it brings out more green. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, so we don't need to, the only reason I have 2 here is because I don't have the right size ball, so I'm going to improvise. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is you're going to preload your wings. So you're going to go down 1 hole, up the other, do your zip tie up till you hear a little zip. Okay, and then you're going to do, each set of holes has a line in between it. So we're going to do all 3 sets of holes. Oh, I think this is going to be pretty. If I haven't done it yet, so, and you guys know, I always do things on a whim because I like to try and play it out in my head. Sometimes they work. 9 times out of 10 it works. No, don't be frozen. No. I think 2 3-inch balls would work. I think. Of course, you could, yeah, 2 3-inch. You may be able to cut them in half, depending how you want your eyeballs on your dragonfly. Like I said, I'm kind of limited on what to use, but I just want to show you guys just how you can do one. And like I said, you don't have to use these colors. Dragonflies come in a gazillion colors, or like a butterfly. Okay, if I ever freeze on your end, guys, just go out and come back in, because it still looks good on my end. So let's still cross our fingers. And then we're going to put 1 right in the middle, from here to here. Okay? So that's what I've done on this side. So I did one side just because I wanted to see if it's going to look okay, and B, I could count how much material I was going to use, and see if my petal fold was going to work, and yada, yada, yada. Okay? So preload all 3 on each side. And then on the bottom, you're going to preload all of them. Oh, I didn't need the bottom one. Pardon. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I think that's what you just have to do. If it freezes, just go out and come back in and it'll work. So on the bottom, to do the outline of our bottom, we're going to do preload all of them except for the last one. And you'll see why we're not going to do the last one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm using purple. So I do have everything written out. So once we're done, I will give you guys the count of every, there's a black spot on my nose. I don't know. What is that? Did I get marker on my nose? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go down to the board anyways. We are going to preload after we do the wings. The body's going to be done last. And the body is going to be done along the middle here. Okay, so I'm going to do that last. And they're going to be preloaded open, so that's why I'm not going to put them in yet. Okay, so to do, like I said, I picked these 3 colors. You can pick whatever colors you want. You need 10 by 10 pieces. So what I did, we're going to start from the outside and work our way in. So let me go down to the board. I don't know what it is. It might be just a shadow. Okay. There, you guys can't see my black spot anymore. Okay, so these are all 10 by 10. So I have the green and where's my blue? The blue. And the blue is like a bluey green. To make each petal for this, what you're going to do, so I'm going to start with my green, and we're going to do row H to in. So all the middle zip ties in the rows of 3, all the middle ones are going to have green pieces, and all the outside ones are going to have the blue pieces, okay? So what you're going to do is, you got your 10 by 10 piece, and I did heat seal these because I didn't want, because I knew I was using, you know, especially this, not the greatest quality mesh, so this stuff would have frayed all over the place. So I did heat seal them with my sealer. This is a fabric mesh that has a foil in it. You can use a normal Deco mesh. I just wanted an emerald green, and this is the only emerald green I had. So I'm mixing some meshes up, and I think it looks fabulous. Okay, to do the petals for the whole thing, you're going to put your square into a diamond shape. You're going to have it with the curl going up, okay? Fold this corner in to almost about the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can kind of guesstimate the middle. You're going to take this corner and fold it over. So this is what you have, okay? Now you're going to take the edge and fold it to the center. And you're going to take this edge and fold it just over, slightly over that edge, just like this. So this is what you have. Now, a Gigi petal that Michelle Jalnette does, she scrunches here, and this is kind of what you have, right? Well, when she was showing me, I thought she was going to flip it over and scrunch it here. And that's why I said this is a backwards Gigi petal, because this is how we're going to do it. We want it to look like one uniform piece. So again, I'll show you again. So you're going to bring this corner to the middle, this corner to the middle, fold the edge here to the middle, fold this one just slightly over that one, and this is what you have. And now we're going to flip it. Now I have the top going just a slight bit longer than the bottom one. And that's only because I want this piece to look like one kind of uniform piece. And then I'm going to scrunch it where I folded it. Okay, and then I'm going to put it in the middle zip tie. My hands are a mess today. I will use my... That's what I get for trying to use up these cheap China zip ties I bought. I bought a ton of these zip ties right from China. Oh my gosh. They are so crappy that I definitely would not sell them. So I just keep using them myself, but you can see why I wouldn't sell them. This is a good one. So do you see? You like that, Michelle Jalnette? I figured you would. So you see how it's just like one piece. It looks like one single piece. And we're going to do the same with the blue now. Okay. Oh, I should have brought that card down. My friend Brenda, who lives kind of by me, she's a creeker as well, Brenda Reeves, she stopped by and put a whole zucchini loaf. She makes the best zucchini bread and the most gorgeous birthday card in my door. It was so sweet of her in the midst of all this to do something like that. Okay, so again, looking like it has one piece, so we're going to do a blue on either side. Okay, corners in the middle, fold it, flip it. And there we go. You're going to stick that in. And the whole, pretty much the whole wreath, except for the body, is done like this. So once you got your 3 done, you can now cut the zip ties off. And I always have a little bucket handy to throw all my ties in, so it's not quite the mess. 3 wreaths? Holy man, Rose. You're not going to put a thong on your head. No, my birthday's on Monday. Woohoo! I'm actually going to turn 50 on Monday. I'm really, like, stressing about this. Saturday, we have a whole day of Unique in the Creek lives. A whole day. And now we're going to start again. This is a really cool petal fold. And like I said, you can do it 2 different ways. Mine's April 13th. What should I do for my birthday? Not that I can go anywhere. That really sucks because I'm supposed to be in Georgia right now. And no, I'm home in the freezing cold. Still in my pajamas. Still bored out of my skull. I use, for heat sealing, I use an impulse sealer, which is a bag sealer. Pardon me. Sorry, guys. I am actually having a beer tonight. And some people wood burn. Use a wood burner with a glass piece of glass underneath so it doesn't burn your cutting mat. I like my impulse sealer. I've had it for over a year. Thong, sock, and bra. We love you, Rose. You'll be 75, Linda? Oh, wow. Another fellow Aries. Yeah, Saturday will be fun. We're all coming up with some really cool things, so you're going to have to watch all day Saturday. So I will stream. You can either watch from the person's page, or I will be putting all of the lives in Unique Wreath Makers and Workshops. If you're not in Unique Wreath Makers and Workshops, you don't know what you're missing. That is a fabulous group. Like, the knowledge in there is phenomenal. The designs are phenomenal. Okay, I'll go live Monday on my birthday and you guys can have a drink with me. That sounds good. I get my impulse sealer on Amazon. If you go to my web page, uniqueinthecreek.com, and on the home page, if you scroll all the way down, come on, Margaret, you would be awesome at lives. I know you would. But if you scroll all the way down, the link for the one I got is there. I know there's a lady that won a impulse sealer from us on New Year's, and she is not having luck with the impulse sealer these days because we've sent back 4 or 5 now. So I just gave up. So I don't know if she just keeps getting duds or what, but that's where I got mine. I've had mine for over a year now, and it works. It still works amazing. I've had to change the heat strip once, and it comes with extra heat strips. So you guys all gonna have a Coors Light for my birthday? Aw, that's so sweet. It really sucks. I wanted to do like something really cool on my 50th birthday, and yeah, big cool nothing. You're having trouble ordering from Amazon? No, don't get, if you're going to get a clear glass board, just go get a cutting board from the Dollar Tree. Where's mine? It's got paint and everything all over it, but this is my glass cutting mat, And what I did is I actually etched and took the paint off. So from here to here is 10 inches. Now this is when I used a wood burning tool, and you cut, so I would stretch my mesh out and cut along here to cut my mesh with the wood burner, and it doesn't burn that. I use a bag sealer now because it's so much faster. It really is. It saves time, big time. Yes, a clear cutting board. Oh, I think Amy Rose from Amy Rose Crafts, she used an old cookie sheet, like a tin one. Yes, Barbara, yes, that's right. So if you have an old burnt up cookie tin, or like a baking pan, that works as well. As long as it's something that will not burn. Oh, Rose Harvey. Oh, I forgot to cut this one off. So as you can see, this is really easy. It's just remembering, kind of remembering your pattern. I need blue. Yeah, and you can see through the thing. Unless you mark on your cookie sheet, just take a Sharpie marker and measure from the edge 10 inches and make a line. Then you always cut at that line. Lots of birthdays in April. Happy birthday, everybody. Does anybody have questions with the petal? It's pretty straightforward. Because we don't want, I don't want petals all over the place. I want to make it look like there's an actual green line going down the center of its wing. You can see it on this one. It looks like a green line going down it. The tricky one is, not tricky, but the body, because we're going to be doing poofs for the body. So this is the Gigi petal that Michelle does. And this is the Gigi petal that I do. Just backwards. So you can see it looks like all just one petal. Another good thing to use for the glass, like we're talking about glass, is like if you have an old refrigerator or something, it has glass usually in it for the shelves. Yes, I am doing every set of holes. I'll flip this over. We're done this. We have one more to do over here, and then we're done the wing. So when I flip this, let me do the one more, and then I can flip it over in here. So as you can see, the petal is pretty easy. And I'm just making the top just a slight bit longer than the bottom one, because I don't want too much going on here. And I'm putting about 1/4 of an inch of the folded part into the zip tie. Oh, I forgot. We're going to be putting a bow in the center after we make the body. We got to give it some dimension. What the heck was that? Oh. Okay, so we're done the wing. So the wing is 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. I did all the middle ones all the way down green, and each edge one I did the blue green. So the blue green is really pulling out the green in the blue. It's beautiful. It was ghosts. A little sign fell down. Scared me though. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, we got the wing done. Now what I'm going to do is the outside of the tail. Now, dragonflies have a really, really tiny, no, I ain't doing a kit for this one. You guys can do this on your own. Get a crossboard, buy some really pretty mesh that you like. So, and you can use 2 colors if you want. See, I'm using the purple as more of an outline. So, because the body, it's going to be a big, long, skinny tail. But if I just did it down the center, you would see the edges. So I wanted to incorporate a little bit of the purple. So I'm putting purple in, it's almost as an outline. Okay? So now the only place you can get the crossboards is from us on Amazon or decoexchange.com. Now if you go to decoexchange.com, you can get your mesh there as well. So have a look at what mesh they have. And like I said, you don't have to use these colors because you can order your boards, your mesh, and everything all in one trip. And I believe they have free shipping over $100, I think. So you can get them at .com, .ca of Unique in the Creek, Amazon.com, and decoexchange.com. I think we're the only ones with the actual cross. Sorry, I'm thirsty. Okay, so 10-inch purple, doing the exact same. I was thinking of doing white, but then I thought, I love purple and greens and stuff. And then when I was looking at actual dragonflies, no, this mesh is going to give me a problem because it's not the greatest quality. It feels like, you know, like Dollar Tree mesh, that kind of feeling. So I definitely wouldn't use this if it was not heat sealed. Okay, we're going to start from the bottom because these are all going to layer over. So instead of having to flip up each one, if you start at the bottom and at the ends and work your way up, they'll all overlap. Sorry, I just got to go down a bit. Mine's frozen. I'm going to come back. We seem to be doing okay. Anybody having like really bad problems with the glitching or anything? Again, 10 by 10. Curl up, corner to the middle, then fold your side over to the middle, and then fold this side just slightly over so your piece looks like this, and then just flip it over. And like I said, I made the top slightly longer than the bottom, just so it looks like one piece. And this purple is going to be our kind of our outline. Black would have probably looked really nice too. I never even thought of black. I don't think I have any black. I'm on limited quantities. Sorry, I'm trying to get, did like Facebook like just switch in the time I was like on the live? It looks different all of a sudden. That's weird. Oh, I think I'm going to do a giveaway tonight too, guys. I was told that you can do comment picker while you're actually on a live. This is really weird. It looks like Facebook changed as I was on the, when I was on the live. That is so weird. Sorry for the delay here. I was frozen, so I had to go out and come back in too. Sorry. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing this video, there's a lot of people that don't know about Unique in the Creek that would probably love to do one of our kits. A, for something to do, and B, it's Mother's Day coming up. Who wouldn't want a beautiful rose, especially to give to your mom? And you can even write a little note on the back of the wreath board, so your mom will always have it. And the wreath kits are so inexpensive too. And the wreath kits do come with picture written instructions. They come with a beginner tutorial. I can't speak tonight. And everything you need to make your wreath, even the little nippers. You even get wire nippers. Mine have glue all over them. Sorry, I'm still having problems here. God, I hate technology. There we go. Yes, thank you for sharing. That's the only thing I ask from everybody, is if they share. I always do my teaching for free. Now, I definitely could have, easily have a paid group, because I'm always coming up with something, but I just actually love doing Facebook Lives and coming up with new things, so I share it. So if you guys can share it, that would be great. Yeah, we've had a lot of kids doing wreaths, doing the kits. And they are so super excited when they're done. I get tons of messages about grandkids and stuff finishing a wreath. You did a horrible job on your rose. It's practice, just like anything. Okay, I'm going to throw my computer across the room soon. You're going to make a dragonfly too? I am really surprised nobody's done one yet. I scoured the whole internet. I've not seen an actual, literally a dragonfly wreath. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I can't see comments, guys, so that really sucks. Yes, everybody. You know, it's funny how I attract people of the same kind of like-mindedness of me. So I do like the love wreaths where I go around to the neighbors, or even in the middle of the city, and drop off wreaths to complete strangers. And we've had so many other people doing that. Like, it's just spreading joy and everything to everybody. And it's so nice to see that other people, you know, are doing the same as I do. It's great. Dave, are you watching? If you're watching, can you bring me your phone so I can read comments, because my computer is freezing. I don't like this piece. Okay, so we're on our last one for the purple here. There, that's a little bit better. Oh, you are watching.
I give you my phone, I can't play golf.
If you can't play golf, well, this is not working.
What do you mean it's not working?
Because I can't see the comments. All right, so we got the tail done. Now, I'm going to flip this over. See these little holes? Let me zoom it in. You gave a cross to your neighbor? That is so wonderful. Just knowing that you put smiles on your face.
Sitting in their lazy boys, surfing the internet.
Okay, so see these two holes? So from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and here to here, we're going to put a piece of purple. And that's just going to outline the dragonfly a little bit more. So, let's put a zip tie. from here to here. And we're going to put a piece of purple. And it's just going to kind of run along the bottom of the blue-green here. Yeah, I'm trying to read comments, but it's really... Do you see any glitching?
No. Okay, my phone's gonna go across the room.
Why? Okay, we're doing the same fold. Flip it over.
The purple. And that's just going to outline.
Okay, now I'm going, oh, this is close. Sorry, zip tie closed. Thank you, hun. I can read comments now. Yay! There we go. I know the colors are really pretty. I loved it. Like I said, I've been wanting to do a dragonfly for a while now. So I've been really studying. Oh, these Chinese zip ties. I am so glad I didn't sell them to anybody because they're horrid. I'll just have to throw them in the trash myself. Who hit a mad face? I love haters. You know, they got to be mad because, you know, they didn't come up with this first. Let's see who came up with the dragonfly first, right? It won't be me. I'll never get credit. Wah, wah, wah. Play pity party. All right. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do another purple. I did a purple from here to here. I'm going to do one from here to here. And again, the purple is just for using just for an outline. So when we do the body's actually going to go over top of the purple. And how are we going to make the body, you ask? Normally, angry face are done by accident. That's the piece I didn't like earlier. This is a really cool petal, especially if you want something really streamlined. Just order more crosses and flower boards. The body is going to be green. I'm doing the body green. Okay. So we are done the wings and we're done the bottom. Now, right these two holes right here on row 2, I'm going to put 2 pieces of green. And the only reason, actually maybe I'll do some blue. The only reason I'm going to put some there is because when I put the styrofoam head on, there forms a little gap, I think. And I don't want you to see the board. Now, if you had, I don't have the right size styrofoam. And normally dragonflies have 2 big, huge, bulgy eyes. So I would use like 2 3-inch styrofoam balls and cover them up. I didn't have that. So I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be using this 5-inch one. And I'm going to I'm just going to improvise and do what I can with it. So there is that little bit of a gap. So I'm just going to stick a couple petals in there. Just so you don't, in case you do see the board, at least you're going to see the green. Horse boards. The horse boards are available at uniqueinthecreek.com and .ca. I'm not sure if Deco Exchange got any horse boards. I can't remember. And you can get them on Amazon. Amazon.com. Okay, so if you're going to make one and you have the correct size styrofoam or whatever, you may not have to do this step. You'll have to kind of decide whether you have to, because if I put this on, when I put this on without these green pieces, you'll be able to see the board, and I'll show you why in 2 seconds. I know it doesn't really make sense there, but I'm just going to fold these out of the way. The head is what we're going to do last. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do zip ties right down the middle. We're only using the middle for the body. Wait a second. Hold on. So if it's there, I'm going to start it right here. So these two pieces are going to be optional depending. Oh, they don't have them? I didn't know if they had the horse boards or not. So you can get the horse boards on uniqueinthecreek.com.ca and Amazon. I just looked to see if I needed that, didn't I? I'm like losing my mind here. Okay, so the way my styrofoam is, I'm going to be starting at number 3. So the board is all numbered. I'm going to be making poofs for the body going down, except for the center. It's going to be hard to explain because until I do it, I won't be able to show you. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do a poof here. Where's my green? Where did my green mesh go? The whole roll. I lost the whole roll of green mesh. Oh, it's in the garbage. Your first flower was the rose. That's awesome if you got it done. That's a hard one. Well, not hard. It's not as easy as the sunflower and the daisy. Okay, mesh, 10-inch mesh. This is fabric mesh, so I'm actually lucky because fabric mesh is so pliable, and we are making the body with this. So if you look at a dragonfly, it's got lumps, like little pieces. So you could go down with pieces of styrofoam glued to the board if you want to about here, and then start with the tail. I didn't have any, so I'm making poofs with mesh. I just got to see. So I'll try it and then I'll explain after I did it to make sure it works. So I'm going to scrunch this in. So I just folded over my mesh, scrunched it in. I'm going to fold the sides in a little bit, the edges. I didn't cut the mesh, it's still on the roll. I'm just determining how big my poof is. I think that's good. All right, so I'm going to zip it tight. Now, do you see what I mean that the board, you're going to be able to see the board here, and that's why I put these two pieces, because when I let them go, we're going to tuck them in at the sides like this, and you won't be able to see them. You won't be able to see the board. And again, that's only because I have the wrong size styrofoam. Okay, so there's one loop, one bubble. Yes, this is fabric mesh I'm using for the green. Thank goodness, because it's nice and pliable. Okay, I'm going to do another bubble or poof, and I'm going to go from this hole to this hole. No, actually, I'm going this hole. I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to do row 4. Again, remember, I've never done this before, so I'm just doing what I think is in my head. And I have no idea how big the poofs are. So you want to start them off big and then work your way down a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm doing this one. Just a little tiny bit smaller. Okay, now I'm not doing a poof in the center. I'm going to keep this straight in the center because I want to, I made a bow and I want to put a really pretty bow just in the center. Just random, just because, but it's really pretty ribbon. It's got greeny blue and I think it'll look fabulous right in the center. Anyways, I think that in my head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a zip tie down and up and secure this centerpiece down. Okay, cut that off. So we got so we'll just hide that green piece. See that green piece? So it's going to hide the board underneath the poofs. There. You bought this ribbon last, where did I buy this? It's actually winter ribbon. I think I bought it at AC Moore. It's pretty. It's all right. So now I'm going to do another poof. So the middle, all I did with the middle is zip tied it right down, straight. I'm going to do another poof right here. So what I'm going from this hole on row 6 to this hole, down and up, and I'm going to keep it open because when you do poofs on the boards, you keep them open. And I'm not measuring them. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of guessing from one poof to the other. That looks good. But you want to gradually make them smaller and smaller. So if you look at a dragonfly, it's got a few body parts, and you'll see they get smaller and smaller. We're actually almost done, I think. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more poof. And then we'll start the tail. So I'm going to skip. So I skipped, if I flip it over, I did skip this row. Okay, and I went to here. So I did a poof, a poof. I zip tied it straight so the center was flat because we're going to put a bow in here. Then I did a poof from here to here. Now I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to put a poof right here. And then we're going to start with tapering it off for his tail. So one last poof, and it's just a wee bit smaller. And there we go. I know you guys will run with this and make fabulous, way better dragonflies than me. Like I said, this is my first one and I'm like kind of winging it here. Now I'm going to cut this off because the rest of the tail I'm going to use with these petals. So can you see a body kind of forming? I think it's actually going to turn out like it does. That I can see it in my head. Like seriously. Okay, so I'm going to do preload. I'm going to do one 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going over, even though this one is where we ended up at the poof, right? I'm still going to go over it because I want to cover this zip tie and I want it going straight. We want this long tail down the center to go straight down. Now, the reason I stopped up here with the purple is because we want the green that's going to be down the middle. We want it longer than these purple pieces, okay? So we're going to preload closed the rest of these. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, I don't want the crappy zip ties. Is it starting to look like a dragonfly? Like, can you guys see my vision now? My wacky vision? I think it will work. This is what you get for playing with mesh all the time. Crazy ideas. But I think for those of you that are obsessed with the dragonflies, and there's a lot of people out there, because they are for good luck. I did put the meaning of the dragonfly on the main Facebook page of Unique in the Creek. And the dragonfly is very, very good luck, and also the meaning of starting over as well. Yes, you guys are loving this. Awesome. Let me scroll out a little bit more. Again, if you look at a dragonfly, you'll see that there's many, many, many colors. I was really partial to the blue, green, purple one. So that's what I was trying to mimic here. Okay, so we're preloaded. So we preloaded the middles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to add, I think I might put some of the blue-green in there too. Yes, I think I might. So I'll start with a green one. Yes, I think a lot of the insects are like new meanings, fresh start, all that stuff. But I don't think anybody's really done an actual dragonfly fly wreath. I know what I should do. Hold on. And you're right, I would see the zip tie. So, because I'm going to go in there with a petal. Oh my gosh, Dave made homemade pizza tonight for dinner. Oh my gosh, it was so good. That's what he's taken up through this whole pandemic. He's taken up the art of cooking. We are all getting very fat. Thank you to my David A. Franklin. So what I'm doing is I'm just zip tying it on the bottom layer, and then I'll put this one over. Then you won't see the zip tie. Dragonflies sewed up children's mouths. Really? What the heck? Actually, I should start down at the bottom. Because as you can see, once I put this down, I'm going to have to keep lifting all of the pieces up. So I'm going to start at the bottom. Now the very bottom one, I want to make sure it's really long. So I am going to cut a piece that's just a little bit longer. Oh, maybe I'm going to keep, but I'm going to roll it this time. So I was folding them like this. For the very bottom one, I want it really long and pointy. So I'm actually going to do a rolled petal. So what you do is, again, still put it in a diamond shape, and you're just going to roll corner to corner. You call them snake doctors. There we go. So the dragonfly has a really pointy, narrow tail. I think I was like a, what's an insect person's name? Like their specialty? There's actually specialists in insects. I've been studying the dragonfly. So you see how it's nice and pointy there? I use both boards. My favorite is the large board. I'm very partial to the large board because I like big, huge flowers on my door. Well, they're not really huge. They're the perfect size for a front door, the large board. I think the small boards are too small. Same with like when you use a wire frame. A lot of people are using 8 and 10 inches. I think they're too small. They look funny. I might have to try and make this tail a little bit longer. Unless I use green again. Sorry guys. Might need green there again. I think I'm gonna have to cut some green with my rotary cutter. No, I don't sell my wreaths. I do usually do auctions and then give the proceeds to a charity. But lately I've been just dropping them off at doors. I hate asking the warehouse guys to mail the wreaths because they really hate mailing wreaths. So I think my problem here is this is skinny. I think this one's too skinny. What I'm going to do, hold please. I'm going to take this one out. See, look, it's so easy to fix your mistake, or it's not really a mistake. I'm still trying to design it. Just cut the zip tie off. So we need it long and a little thinner. This I thought would work. I think I might have it too tight. So let me try a longer piece. That's a 10-inch piece. Let me try a 16-inch piece to see if I can get the tail a little bit longer. I don't want to roll it too tight this time. I think that might be too long. Oops. Actually, that's perfect though. Okay, that's perfect, and I'm just going to cut it. So I just did a 15-inch piece. And I rolled it a little more loosely than the first one. And I did a 15-inch piece, and I just rolled it, and I'm going to just zip tie it right at the top there. There, that's better. This actually might just work out. This is great. Now, everybody, please share, because it's going to work out. I wasn't too sure at the beginning. So I think I might roll this one again. Let's see. Actually, I think it's going to work. Yay! Yes, this is definitely experiment. So you guys run with it and do your thing. I'm going to probably try some blue in here. Actually, some green too. I'm going to put the blue over top of the green. see. This will work. Oh, actually that looks pretty. I brought a little. And since I have 2 pieces of blue left, I am going to use them in there. Well, thank you for cutting and making masks. I wish I knew how to sew. And I have 2 pieces of this blue, so I'm going to put them both in since it's already cut. Yeah, I doubled them up just for this one because you can see, then you can see the green. Stick in here. You love this dragonfly? I'm glad. I kind of do too, since I really didn't know what I was going to do. Well, really what I was doing. Woo! Okay, the middle we're going to put, I'm going to put a bow in the middle. Now this one, you can see I zip tied and I just brought this over top like this, so you don't see any of the zip ties at all. This one will just, I tucked in the sides of the mesh, and then I'll just open it, tuck in the sides and just open it. I might have to use some glue down here to keep them streamlined. Wow, I can't believe this might just work. Seriously, I'm amazed at myself. Holy smokes. Now, yeah, you could probably put bubbles all the way down. Like I said, this is just to give you guys some creativity juices flowing, since you're just like sitting there doing nothing. Well, some of you are. Get all your creativity. Now, the purple is not the greatest mesh in the world. And I'll probably add a little dab of, oh, actually my glue gun is on. I put a little bit of glue on this one, some glue on this one, just to keep them all flat. There. I'll just hold that down. This, I think I'm going to put, oh, that's going to look so pretty. A 9-inch, 10-inch poof, and then I went down. I just kept decreasing the sizes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the head. Okay, so I'm going to put the head on. Again, this is a 5-inch styrofoam ball. And I'm just going to go down these 2 holes here. I might not need these 2. This is going to go right over top of the poof. And pull that down and twist it. Okay. And then the other 2, I'm just going, these last 2 holes, have the board and twist those. I will add some glue, but it's on there. Okay, we'll cut these off. So if you don't have any crossboards, like I said, you can get them at uniqueinthecreek.com or in canada.ca. And I do believe Deco Exchange has the cross. But they also have all kinds of mesh and ribbons and everything. So if you spend $100, you get free shipping as well. Okay. That looks pretty cool, if I don't say so myself. What do you guys think? I don't know, do they have antennae? Because I do have these really cool pipe cleaners. Oh, I know what I was going to use. That's right. I have these. Ah! Knocked everything over. Oh, here we go. I have these picks, and I eyeballed these black ball things, and I think dragonflies might have antennae, but I really liked these balls. They have them coming out the side of their head. So I think I'm going to try and stick this in the styrofoam now. There we go. Oh, it worked. Who would have thunk? And you can use pipe cleaners. I just happen to see these and they're sparkly. I'll have to re-look at the picture of my dragonfly to see if I have them going in right. Okay, now I have this bow I made. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. It's just a simple bow. Siri says they have tiny antennas. Well, there we go. We have tiny antennas. So I'm going to put this bow down these 2 holes here. I have a zip tie on the back of it, and I will fluff it all up once it's on the board. I don't want it too tight. I don't want it squished down. Let's open it up. And I just wanted to break up the green. And this is really pretty blue-green kind of ribbon. I need to cut this one. I know they have eyes, but I don't know if I want to put big eyes. I think maybe 2 pipe cleaners, or not pipe cleaners, 2, let's see if these. I was thinking of 2 black pom-poms for their eyes, because they do have big eyes. However, they don't normally have a head like this. Remember I said they have 2 big eyes. So if you use 2 3-inch styrofoam balls and put them together, that looks like 2 big eyeballs, that will work. I didn't have any of the 3-inch balls, so my dragonfly has 1 head. No, it's a wreath. We got to remember it's a wreath too, so we need to have some pretty. Got to have some of that bling in there. Okay, and we'll make sure these are all lined. I actually think I might be done. Did I actually do it? I'm going to put some glue on the back of here underneath the styrofoam ball and hold it down. Does it look like a dragonfly? Like, did I actually do it? Oh my god, I think I did. Oh my god. I gotta put a hanger on it, but I think I did a dragonfly. Wow. Well, you've seen it here first. And again, like I said, you can use any colors you want. Just find a picture that you really like of a dragonfly and try to mimic the colors. That's all I did. I gotta put a hanger on it. And I wrote down all the how many I cut too. This poof I'm having issues with, but oh, there we go. I just had, one side was more lopsided than the other. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this styrofoam to keep this poof like that. Thank you all so much. I'm actually quite excited. I really didn't honestly know how it was going to turn out. Seriously. Wow. All right, let's hang it up, I guess. I'll put a hanger on it. Oh, my hanger's covered, so get a zip tie. And I guess I'll just go wherever I can get a, you know what, I'm just gonna do it like this. I'll fix a different hanger. This one poof I'm not loving, but okay. Ugh, this baseball wreath is still hanging there. Let me hang it up and we'll see what it looks like hanging up. All right, I'll bring you guys up. There we go. Green going down in a straight line. Blue. So it looks like two wings. Probably could have skipped every other one on the tail because it's kind of bulky. But the dragonfly does have a very narrow tail. My bow could have been a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Let me see from back. What do you guys think? see if I can zoom in on it. I'll have to fix that. Bug angel. Yeah, you could probably use it with tulle. Hang them on an angle. Oh yeah, that would have been look. Yeah, definitely. Hold on. I'll just put a zip tie on the side here then. And let's see. I think you're right. I think an angle would look so much better. Anyways, I got you guys all thinking. So I hope to see a bunch of dragonflies. Excuse my pajamas and my butt. Wow, that is so super cool. It really is. Can you imagine this on your house? That would be so cool. Anyways, I could fart around with these all night, but you guys get it, the gist. Anyways, I tried. I think it'll look way better outside on the house. I gotta fix, I'm looking at it right now on the phone. I think I need to fix that second loop behind his head. And I'll probably, you know what, usually what I do is I'll make a wreath, and if I'm not too sure, like, not too sure about something is kind of missing, then I will go to bed. I'll get up in the morning and I'll check it with fresh eyes, and usually it's like instant, like, okay, that's what I need to do. So usually fresh eyes really, really help. Well, I'm glad you inspired you. It's actually quite fun. It wasn't that hard. It was hard in my head trying to figure out how to teach you guys it. So I hope I did it on a tree. That would be beautiful hung on a tree. Oh, wow, I never even thought of that. And it'll block the sun too. Yeah, I think a lot of wreathers or any kind of designer, artist, anybody, you know, if they're really not sure on something, you just kind of step away, come back to it later with fresh eyes, and usually it's like instantaneously you know what you have to fix. Well, thank you. I wasn't sure how to teach it because I really didn't know in my brain. I kind of knew in my brain how I was going to do it. I just didn't know, you know. You're all thinking out of the box. That's what I wanted. I wanted to hear that. So, crossboard. How many did I use? I used, on the wings, I used 10 pieces of green and 16 pieces of blue. On the tail, going down the sides, I used 14 pieces of purple. Because there's 7 and 7. So 14, 15, 16, 17. So 18 pieces of purple you need. And for the tail, I used 4 pieces of 10-inch green. And the very tip tail, this one on here, I think I cut it at, what, 15 inches and rolled it. So